To be an exciting encounter, just as I mentioned. John Keels taking on Hayleys. There you go. The confirmation. John Keels winning 2 matches out of 4, looking to cement their place in the second round. Hayleys winning 3 out of 3 their previous matches, and they are looking very, very good to book their place in the second round, the quarterfinals. And straight away, we go down to the center. We have Ricky Sims together with 2 captains, match referee. Toss is about to take place.
Well, we are ready for yet another game in the MCA E division. We are coming to you live from the MCA grounds. Today we have Hayleys taking on John Keels group. The 2 captains for Hayleys, Shannon Lee, Aruna Meemanage for John Keels Holdings. Our match referee for today, Mr. Sudat Munawira. Aruna will toss the coin. Heads is the call. Tails has come down. Aruna, you have won the toss. What have you decided to do?
We're going to bat first.
Any decision behind that?
Not especially because unfortunately we got our last 2 games. So we are planning to bat first and put anything above 150 today.
It has been a tough tournament. It has been a stop-start tournament because of the country situation. How has the preparation been? How is the team?
Actually, we started the tournament very well after consecutive 2 wins, and our boys are also in a good positive mindset. So we are planning to do best today.
Good luck, Aruna.
Thank you.
Shannon, if you had won the toss?
We were also going to bat first today.
So what do you think is, they said 150 plus, what do you think is a good score to chase?
I think if we can keep them below 150 would be a good score, given the ground situation also at MCA.
How has the tournament been for you? Have you satisfied with the progress so far?
Yes, we are quite satisfied. We are through to the quarters as of now. So this is our last game in the league. So we are trying to finish it off well and carry on the momentum for the next game.
Good luck for today's game.
Thank you.
So there you go. John Keels group has won the toss and elected to bat first.
Thank you, Ricky. Interesting call by John Keels, skipper. Usually during this tournament, we witness teams winning the toss, deciding to chase, and they've enjoyed great deal of success. Interesting decision, and it's about backing your decision. First delivery of the game just about to take place, and it's going to be Shanal De Silva. Right arm, fast medium, Ashan Piris and Duran De Alvis, the 2 openers for John Keels Holdings. A win here would definitely boost their confidence as they move on to second round. Very impressive, 41.1 is the average. Very good strike rate, 97.62 and 350s. He's a bit of a dasher, looking to get them a solid opening. Shanal De Silva, 23 matches, 36 wickets, best of 6 for 37. Goes to tell you that he's a high quality bowler, 5.25. Fast bowlers in this format generally goes for run, but excellent average, I can tell you, 12.64. The first delivery, Shanal De Silva is ready. Just about to get underway. Straight away on his pads, worked away really nicely, and we witnessed during last few matches the outfield isn't all that brisk. Batters have found themselves very, very tough to score boundaries along the ground. That was timed it really neatly. Ashan Piris straight away getting off the mark. T20, the shortest format. It's about momentum. De Silva. Once again, prodigious in swing. The plan is pretty sure, trying to cramp the batsman up by bowling straight. On that occasion, however, too much of swing. Very interesting format, color clothing, dark screens. There you go, very colorful out here. This outfield here at MCA grounds, as we all know. This is good cricket. Gentle hands, worked away. Will they come back for the second? Good effort. He tumbled over and providing that opportunity. Ashan Piris easily got back for the second. He just probably had the opportunity of going for the third. They in fact, they content with just 2 runs. 5 runs already on the boards, and John Keels just not the right line and length. Length may be right, but the line is down the leg side, extending invitation. Ashan Piri is not the sort of a player who's gonna miss out. Again, this time straight to the fielder, well fielded. Yeah, effort, intent, commitment matters. For Hayleys, the start wasn't a good one for them during this tournament. Losing 2 first games was against TVS and Asia Technologies, and after that things fallen right into places for Hayleys, winning 3 matches, and not just the victories, they won those matches by a huge margin, beating David Peary's group by 10 wickets, and they look solid. They almost secured their place in the second round. 2 groups, Group A and B, consist of 14 teams, 13 teams to be precise. Oh, that's more like it. You'll get that in a mat. Good carry and bounce to the wicketkeeper's hand. So after conceding 2 couples by bowling down the leg side, Senal De Silva now settling into good lines and lengths. Very, very important. They know for a fact, I have no doubts, the preferred option would be for Hayleys. Is chasing, winning 2 games quite comprehensively, chasing down the targets with all 10 wickets in hand. Way outside the off stump, just maybe doing a little bit of experimentation. Started off by bowling in swingers, slipped down couple on the batter's leg, and Ashan Piri is ably benefited. Surprising, there are no slip fielders, plenty of fielders on the offside. Understandably, you can have as many as 2 fielders patrolling boundaries. That's more like it. Gentle hands and going for a single. Good cricket all round, good piece of bowling. Gentle hand, Ashan Piri gets a single. First over done, 7 for no loss. It's a very, very competitive tournament. We know that for a fact. 13 teams divided into 2 groups. Group A consists 6 teams, and interestingly, Group B with 7 teams. Ryan Fernando, 4 matches, still early days. The youngster picked up 4 wickets and average pretty decent in this format. If you can keep it under 20 runs, considered you've done a decent job. Hayleys on a cocker hoop. 2 previous matches, they found their mojo. Well on track, the rhythm is good. When it comes to batting, 2 openers done bulk of the duties. It's about restricting our opposition to a manageable score. Ryan Fernando, Ashan Piri, it's a very good start. Deciding to go fuller is the way to go. We found that just about a week back. Team batting first struggled to get past 100 runs. It's not easy timing your shots, even when the bowler's trying to pitch it in the slot. That has been the feature, and the outfield touch heavy. We haven't experienced any rain today or day before, but still very thick coverage of grass generally here at MCA grounds. That's lovely piece of bowling, and given the respect it deserves, Ashan Piri. deciding to let it go. It's a decent start. No boundaries yet. But whenever opportunity provided, Ryan Fernando as well as Duran de Silva, they are ready to take the advantage of. It's about momentum. I've already said that. This is not a format you get into a muddle and trying to regather momentum. Inner part of the bat, there is a fielder has to come around, should only be a single. When you're playing in a very competitive tournament like this, it's about doing the basics right. Just as I mentioned, it wasn't the brightest of start for Hayleys, but they're now demonstrating what exactly this tournament means to them. Batters amongst the runs, bowlers doing a decent job. Just about a week or two back, that's Duran Alves 24 matches to 472 runs in fact, and the highest of 67, 350s. He's capable. Strike rate should improve. Excellent. Hint of movement. Beating the outside edge immediately, putting the batter under pressure. Duran Alves on strike for the first time. And you just cannot start with a better delivery than that for Ryan Fernando. At this stage, you are not really concerned about projected scores. It's about getting as many runs as possible during the first power play. You have only two fielders patrolling boundaries. Goes aerial and drops it. Should have been taken. I've been praising Hayleys for their good efforts in the field, but that should have been taken. A chance gone back in Duran de Silva. Will this be his lucky day? Ryan Fernando deserved a wicket, but unfortunately, just maybe he's approaching the catch, touch too hard hands, popped out of hands, and lucky man, Duran de Silva is on strike once again. There you go. Impressive. Should have taken a wicket. 3 runs nevertheless. Good over, 2 done. 10 for no loss. John Keels and Hayleys traditionally done so well in mercantile cricket. Now they are turning up in D Division, E Division, I beg your pardon. D Division tournament also conducted simultaneously. Here's Shanal De Silva into his second over. That's more like it. Foot outside the off stump. Gentle push and Ashan Pires gets another single. Yet to score a boundary, but they've been maintaining a decent enough run rate, 5.08. There will be a time that they will try to press the accelerator, and the team management and the coaching staff would be hoping they could at least get into 40, maybe 50 runs inside first power play, but looking at the way things panned out so far, that seems to be a little tough. Well bowled, straight to the fielder. When you have as many as 6 fielders on the offside, deep third, deep square leg, backward point, cover, extra cover mid off. This is exactly the line you should be bowling. We've seen enough and more batters trying to go bowl down the leg side to restrict the batters and providing ample opportunities. Gets an edge. Will it go all the way? Well fielded. Commitment shown down in the deep, keeping it down for just 2 runs. And the outfield, as we all know by now, The ball not travelling as fast as you would have expected. They picked up 2 runs and Always moved to 4. First slip fielder would have swallowed that quite easily. Hayleys skipper decided to go with our defensive field. Gentle push, going for a single, taking it quite easily. Good understanding between 2 batters, Durrandi Alves and Ashan Peiris. It's a tough group. 7 teams, the likes of Brandix, David Peiris, Hayleys, John Keels, and 2 teams have done so well. TVS and South Asia Technologies. Well bowled. The fielders touched too deep for my liking. All of them just about fielding at the edge of the 30-yard circle, so they'll have to cover a lot of ground when the batters push things down the ground gently. Previous delivery was a classic case. 5 runs off, still a very decent over in this format. As long as you don't go for too many boundaries, you would consider yourself done a decent enough job. Finds a fielder. That was timed really well, but straight to the fielder. Fairly decent over, just 5 runs off, 3 overs completed, 15 for no loss. Very strong batting lineup. Aruna Meemanage, skipper, coming in at number 5. Sachin De Silva. So they have classy batters coming down and get them to a decent enough total. 2 extras. Very, very competitive tournament. Only 4 teams will get the chance to reach the second round, the quarterfinals. They have the likes of Madhuranga Soisa, who's another dasher who played in the Mercantile Premier Division 2. So it's a very, very strong team, I can tell you. Ryan Fernando. In line with the stumps, slightly leg stumpish, worked away and gets a single. Skipper Shannon adopting defensive approach. Fielders who are inside the 30-yard circle are standing right at the edge. So plenty of singles available. It's about gentle pushers and going for singles, and these 2 have done that exceedingly well so far. No boundaries. Still maintaining a good run rate, above 5. Outside the off, some timed it superbly. Still not gonna go. In fact, gone past the boundary line. That was superbly timed. Durrandi Alves saw the opportunity, pounced on it. Ryan Fernando goes fuller for the first time in his spell and punished just like that on his knees. Lovely flow of bat, lovely follow through, and despite the slow nature of the outfield, that one reaches the boundary, the first boundary of the game. John Keels is on the move. This is good. Gentle dab. They surely will come back for the second. No is the call, and decent throw would have done the job for Hayleys. Almost gone past the point of no return. The bounce. Decent enough throw would have definitely had the batsman in trouble. Lucky escape nevertheless. Ashan Peiris. Duran De Alves already provided an opportunity. Just maybe he's lucky. The Ashan Peiris in fact provided an opportunity. And who's on 9, 12 deliveries. Duran Alves looking good with the boundary. He must be feeling very, very confident by now. Fuller whipped away. He placed that shot really well. Just not getting the placement. Straight to the fielder. No is the call by Durrant Alves. Sean Paris, Durrant Alves looks like seasoned campaigners. Understanding between two batters, their communication. Both the batters not trying to overstrike the other, just complementing each other. Just the way to build up partnerships. Lovely. Slower through the air, straight in line with the stump. As usual, gentle push down the ground and picks up another single. Very decent over under the circumstances. 5 deliveries in. They've already got 8 runs. Another single would make it 9-run over. And that's the way to go about it. Ryan Fernando, very good first over. But during the second over, with that boundary, found himself under a little bit of pressure. Thing I like about Hayleys fielders, they never deterred, even if they were put under pressure, trying to keep themselves very, very calm. That's more like it. Back of a length, gentle little push, and it's a dot ball. Very good over, 8 runs off, 4 done, 22 for no loss. Shanal Silva, 2 overs, given away 12 runs yet to pick up a wicket. Touch unlucky. Top chance of his bowling. Ryan Fernando, 2 overs, given away 10 runs. Just 2 extras. They've been pretty decent on that count. Not too many loose deliveries, which is very important. Batters, they are on the lookout for opportunities to free their arms. And I have no doubt John Keels would be eyeing something around 150, if not more, to put pressure on very strong Hayleys batting. You need at least 150. But you never know. We saw quite a few low-scoring games and teams chasing struggled often. Well ball pulled it away, just short of a length. Wasn't a bad piece of bowling. Ashan Paris on the back foot, whipped it away. Just a single, nothing more than that. So far we had 3 gentle seamers in operation. Each of them not striving for too much of pace. That's important. We're not trying to go for extra yard of pace. That's when you often make mistakes. Either striving it down the leg side or providing half trackers. Just the kind of opportunities John Keels batters are looking for. Not too much of pace, gentle hands, worked away and gets a single. I like the fact both Durrant Alves and Ashan Paris very keen on pick-up singles. They must have understood that the outfield isn't the quicker one. Scoring boundaries along the ground, not the easiest. So pick as many singles and twos as possible. Kavisha Ratnayaka is the new bowler. Decent start. Way outside the off stump. Had he let it go, definitely a wide. Deciding to play at it. Came off the toe end of the bat. They do have a very good spinners in their ranks. Hayleys, one of the favourites, if not the favourites, along with TVS and South Asia Technologies. Another one came off the inner part of the bat. Wicketkeeper, he's been vigilant. Yet another dot ball. Dot balls in this format generally builds up pressure. Durrant Alves going at a runner ball. Ashan Paris now found himself under a little bit of pressure. Once again, not the best piece of timing. Direct hit would have been interesting. They decided not to go for Oh, that's a poor piece of fielding, I can tell you. Backing up was very, very poor. Should have been just a single. Instead, now 5 runs. Fielding the deep for a strange reason. Take a look at it. Well away from the stumps and fielding the deep for a strange reason. Charging in. Looks like he's not staying low enough. There you go. A mini version of a Boku. 4.5 overs done. That boundary would have definitely given a little bit of confidence. 29 for no loss. Left-right combination. Doing their basics right. It's been a decent partnership for the first wicket. He goes aerial and gets it over the point fielder. Will it go all the way? It does. Just tickles over the boundary line. Very expensive over. 11 runs off. 5 overs done, 33 for no loss. Here's another previous boundary. Dashing at it. Given the full Monty. The run-off fielders, just about enough momentum to carry it all the way. 33 for no loss after 5.
So Kavindu Munasinghe is the new bowler introduced into the attack for Hayleys group. Two good teams, John Kale's Holdings, Hayleys group. They've been playing a lot of mercantile cricket over the years. Hayleys, as you know, were involved in the A division as well, winning a couple of tournaments there. Went on to win that T20 final as well. John Kales this year didn't play the A division due to lack of preparation. Players therefore playing in the lower division. Ashan Peer is a well experienced player. Former St Thomas's captain Ashan Peer has played a lot of cricket. Along with him is Durandi Alvis. He's on 15. It's been a good start. 30 without loss. They'll take that. 5 overs going at a decent rate. John Kales were looking at getting 150 plus in their 20 overs, as mentioned in the toss by the skipper. So they've set the platform, these two players. It's a big game. John Kales need to spring up a win to stay with a chance to try and reach that quarterfinals. Hayleys, as they said, they are into the quarterfinals already. This game doesn't really affect them, but they will want to stay positive, try and win, go into the quarterfinals on a high. Ashan Peris banks that through the covers. That's a poor delivery from Kavindu Munasinghe with an offer. Didn't let it go through. Some players tend to let it go through thinking of a wide, but Ashan Peris, he had to reach for it and got his placement absolutely perfect. The outfield has been a bit slow here at the MCA due to the rains that have been around in the last 1 week or so. So a thick layer of grass, we may call it, in the outfield. The ball will travel a bit slow, but that was hit very hard. Again punched off the back foot, a similar delivery and a similar shot. Poor ball in by Kavindu Munasinghe. He's coming in round the wicket and he's just darting it outside the off stump. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. He needs to bowl on the stumps. He needs to cramp the batter for room. He has a strong offside field, but you cannot bowl that length because it gives a lot of time to the batter to pick his spot to try and find the gap. This time going for the slog sweep. Trying to take it from well outside the off stump, Ashan Peris. Short delivery, pulled away. Enough protection. Expensive over though so far with one delivery to go here. 9 on the board of this over. They're looking good when you have 10 wickets in hand and this kind of a start. You're certainly to look to press on the accelerator. So Durrandi Alves, the left-hander, will take a guard now. He's going at over a runner ball. Both players now over a runner ball. Full toss. Probably took him by a bit of surprise. He didn't look to slog it, just playing it down the ground. He'll get a single to end the over. 6 overs done, 42 without loss. 43 without loss after 6 overs. That was an expensive first over for Munna Singh. He went for 10. The second power play is signalled. Solid start here. Going at 7 runs per over, 7.17 to be exact. So a few things on the mind of skipper Shannon Lee. Wanitha De Silva has been given the ball. Base ball in 7 for 14. If he can pick up a couple of wickets here, that will do. They need to try and find a partnership breaker to try and stop the acceleration. A bit of a stoppage in play here at the moment. A hold up in play, we could call it. But things seem fine now. So Wanitha De Silva. Left arm orthodox. First delivery. Foolish right in to the block hole. The good thing is about these two players, they're looking for runs every ball. They're looking for the boundary, yes, but also trying to rotate the strike. Keep the scoreboard moving. Oh, mix up, hesitation, he'll be out by a long way. Put in the dive. Not given out. Is being given out, in fact? No. Well, no signal. No. Now we're wondering what happened there. What's happening? It's hard to say. The umpire didn't give out. The umpire has not given him out. The fielders didn't celebrate. The umpire just walked in. That's we probably could get a better look at the umpire. Even Ashan Peiris didn't know he was given out. Even the fielders didn't know he was given out. Push on the offside. If you could get a glimpse at the umpire. There you come. Ah, that was touch and go. That was touch and go. The umpire was not in position as well. I don't think. Yeah. Looks out, but the umpire didn't signal as out. He just thought that Ashan Peiris will walk away. Not the best decision probably, but he has to go run out. But that was a silly mistake. Yes, no, probably there was a single, but Durrandi Silva didn't respond and conceding a run out for JKH. They lost their first wicket at 44. The next delivery, Juanit De Silva. So they've got a run out. Doesn't matter how it comes. They needed a wicket here, John Keels. Beg your pardon, Hayleys, and they've got the breakthrough through a run out. Another look at that one. Push. Initial was no, then again there was hesitancy. But that's a good hit. Has that gone the long way? Yes, it has. 6 runs, signals the umpire this time. Straight away into the act. That was a big hoik across the line, but had enough effort to carry it over the boundary line. So Danushka Chaturanga, he goes for another one. This is even bigger. This has gone a long way. That's huge. That's a 6 more into the side nets there towards the DS Senanayaka ground. He's come out with a purpose. He's come out to play the big shots. It was in the slot. But then you cannot blame the bowler. He would have not expected the new batter in just 3 deliveries to hit 2 sixes. As taken Juanit De Silva by surprise. 56, the total is moved up. The run rate has jumped up over 8 runs per over with those 2 towering sixes. And there goes another one. 3 in a row. 6, 6, 6. Juanit De Silva has been taken to the cleaners. Danushka Chaturanga showing us that he has the power. 18 of just 4 deliveries. The first one was a sider, and the next 3 have disappeared. 7 overs done. 62 for 1. So Madhuranga Soiza has been given the ball now. They are changing their bowlers around. A couple of expensive overs. That early over, the 6th over went for 10, and then the last over has disappeared for 18. 19 in fact. Played away through the offside. So those are the 3 sixers. Similar shots, but the only difference was it went further. The first one just over the boundary line, the second one a little bit further, and the third one was the biggest of them all. That's a fantastic batting by Danushka Chaturanga. He's back on strike now. The left hand Durande Alves has given him the strike. This time goes, he could be out, falls short of the fielder. Probably that's his main go-to shot. Just looking to swing across the line. But this time he didn't find a proper connection. And leading edge. Played away through the offside. Another single. So 65 for 1 at the moment. That was that wicket to fall, that mix up the run out of Rashan Pedi's yes no call. That's in the air, will fall safe once again. Living very dangerously, Danushka Chaturanga. Again a big hoik across the line, top edge, keeper could not get to it. There's been a couple that have eluded the fielders, but he's taking his chances. This is a good over though by Madhuranga Soiza, just 4 runs. Going for a big one. To Randy Alvis, a bit of turn, hit him outside the leg stump, or missing the leg stump. 8 overs done, 66 for 1. Once again that run out. You see, nobody reacted. The fielders thought he was not out. There you go, the umpire's given him out. But it was very casual because the fielders in fact thought that it was not out. They didn't react. They were just handing. You could see the fielder who sent in his throw. He wasn't convinced it was out. Nobody saw the umpire signal out. And but he was given out at the end. You could see the umpire's finger go up, but neither the fielders or the batter think that was out. They thought that he got in, he put in the dive. So it was a very close call indeed, but that was the breakthrough that Hayleys badly needed. They need to try and put in the breaks though, but Danushka Chaturanga is gone merry at the moment. 20 of 7. Kavisha Ratnayaka, he's bowled 1 over for 11. Goes big, it's in the air. Drops a shot, just a single. Good hands through the coverage, and that was a good shot, good cricketing shot. We have the skipper on the boundary, sends in his return, keeps it down to 1. So Hayleys just trying to pull back the run scoring. Now that's another big one. Has he got the distance? That's well taken. No. Did the hard work there. I think it's Senal. Came in, caught under it, got his hands to it, but unfortunately just could not hold on. It would have been an excellent catch. Danushka Chaturanga is certainly given a couple of chances, and they need to hold on to them. Good effort, but need to finish the job. Unfortunately for Hayleys, that one has gone down. Again tucked away on the onside. Just a single. So they managed to stop the boundaries in this last couple of overs. Danushka is not going to hold back. He will swing at everything. Christmas has come early for Danushka. He's going to go for everything that's in the slot. That's very well played. Pushed away. Another one. Soft hands. Outside the off stump, swash at that one. Good over though. They needed that one badly, that type of over, just to curtail the run score in Hayleys. So Danushka Chaturanga is the wicket keeper, and he's going great guns. Another single. They'll pinch another single. So the last 3 overs since that blast from Danushka Chaturanga, where hit 3 consecutive sixes, have been good for Hayleys. Punched away on the offside. No chance of a single there, straight to the field. So Madhuranga Soisa, he's bowling well. He's into his second over, just given away 6 runs. Managed to pull back the run rate. One more. So that's a wide. That was way down the leg side, pitched and turned, kept a bit low. Durandi Alves is not finding the boundary. He's picking up the singles, rotating the strike, but he will be wondering how is he going to find that odd boundary. He's moved to 23 of 22. First 10 overs completed. It's 76 for 1.
Arrival of Danushka Chaturanga certainly adds great impetus to the run rate. Now it's 7.6, ideal. They are well on course to go past 150. Ratnayaka, a short pitch delivery, slapped away down the ground and gets a single. Durandi Alves, he's a smart operator, realizing the importance of having Danushka Chaturanga on strike as much as possible. Just 14 deliveries, 25 runs, great deal of momentum. That back-to-back sixers over mid-wicket region certainly added great deal of impetus, just as I mentioned. Projected scores 151, and they are looking very good to go beyond that. That's a good delivery. Pitched outside the off stump, moved ever so slightly. And the officiating umpires for today's game, as you're having another look at the previous delivery, in swinger. He tried to blast that one through backward point region. There you go. Powerful striker. Opening himself up, giving himself some room, and gets the bat down the line of the delivery. He's been very good so far. Excellent knock, 26 of just 16 deliveries. Ideally suited for this format. Ideally suited for John Cale's holdings at this stage. Dakshina Liyanage, Chintaka Valikana, 2 umpires in field. And our match referee, Mr. Sudat Munavira. Fuller, a full toss. Driven down the ground, gets a single. He's a smart operator, just as I mentioned, to Randy Alves. He was the initiator. He was the man who's looking to pick up boundaries. Having realized Danushka Chaturanga, he's in a good rhythm. So bringing him on strike, getting a single. Decent over so far, just 3 runs off. Short delivery. Yet another boundary. I thought the effort in the deep by the skipper wasn't the best. John Cales will pick up another boundary. Immediately projected scores have gone up. When he strikes it, so much power. There you go. Those who are watching, I have no doubts, would be thinking a dive would be the option to go. Perhaps he realized he's out of reach. Whichever the case, 83 for 1. Made it to a very good over now. 7 runs off. Little bit of bounce. Getting past the outside edge. Very good over. 7 runs off. 11 overs completed. 83 for 1. They have a very strong batting lineup. Strong start. Durrandi Alves, 25 of 24. Clever. Danushka Chaturanga, he's the striker. 3 huge sixers. Look at that strike rate, 166.67. Few good batters to come, and they are well placed after 11 overs, 83. Just cannot ask for a better batting efforts for John Cales. Maduranga Soisa coming into the attack, immediately created 2 opportunities, 2 close opportunities, both of them dropped. And 2 batters out there in the middle, they've benefited. Goes over extra cover region, reaching the field, a couple of bouncers. They're starting to feel that we are in for a very, very close encounter. Strong batting lineups. We mentioned that right at the beginning. Hayleys winning 3 out of 3 previous matches. High on confidence, but Panit De Silva was put under huge pressure. Way outside the off stump, out big wide. Interesting call. The batter was moving outside the off stump, but still umpire deciding that was wide enough. Flatter, quicker, outside the off stump. Goodall slap towards sweeper cover region and gets a single. Ideally, he's the man who should be on strike. Both of them looking very good. And left-right combination never helps when it comes to setting the field, and fielders under a little bit of distress, I can tell you that. Coming down the tracks, sounded well off the bat, but straight to the fielder. There you go. The breakthrough Hayleys was after. Panit De Silva coming back into the attack after being taken for so many runs in the first over. Straight away strikes. Alves, powerful man, goes down the ground. Didn't make solid enough connection. Well taken, reverse cuff method. And important breakthrough for Hayleys. Durrandi Alves out for 26 of 26 deliveries. Kavidu Gunasinghe, well taken. Panit De Silva picks up his first wicket. They will be definitely searching for opportunities to put brakes on scoring now. Hayleys, things were getting out of control for them, especially after the arrival of Danushka Chaturanga. What a striker he was. 31 of 19 deliveries. Still in the middle. Hayleys not out of danger. Yet another left-hander. I'm sure the think tank for Hayleys rather John Keels would like to keep that left-right combination going. We've seen that in international cricket. Nandun Basnayaka, excellent strike rate, 122.04 and average, ideally suited in this format. Well bowled, sharp, turn in towards the batter, played with gentle hands. Just wasn't enough power behind that shot. He's a powerful man, I've already mentioned that. Was aiming to clear the boundary. The connection wasn't solid enough. Well bowled, getting past the outside edge. So after conceding so many runs during his first over, it's a strong comeback for Wanid De Silva. He's one of their key bowlers, so performing well out here in a crucial game. Very important, coming down the track, blast away down the ground and gets another single. So it's a pretty decent over. 3 runs and a wide, and they've also picked up a very, very important wicket. 12 overs done, 87 for 2. Bowling so far, just a single wicket taker. That's Wanid De Silva. Expensive. First over, went for plenty. Rest of the bowlers, just about 2 of them going past 10 and over. Not ideal. Now they've made the breakthrough. They are looking to put brakes on scoring. Will they be able to do that? Just 8 overs remaining. Lots of firepower in John Keel's rank. And Danushka Chaturanga certainly looking very, very good. Kavisha Ratnayaka into his 4th over. Pretty decent spell under the circumstances. They've been maintaining a run rate of 7.25 and just about the same run rate against Kavisha Ratnayaka. That's a good delivery outside the off stump. He expected that one to come in towards him, trying to make room and steer that one towards sweeper cover region. Experience, I have no doubt. Basnayaka. Short, gentle dab straight to the fielder. Interestingly, not decided to go for a single. We've seen right at the beginning 2 openers, Ashan Piris and his partner Alvis. They've been picking up singles even when they hit straight at the fielders. Now the leg side, just maybe try to blast that one over backward square leg region, missing the plot altogether, scoring opportunity. Kavisha Ratnayaka was lucky on that occasion. Exactly the angle Nandun Basnayaka was searching for. There's only 2 fielders behind the crease on the onside. This time he made solid enough connection. Mid-wicket fielder comes around. Will they come back for the second? No, they won't. So they've already lost a wicket out of in form of a run out. Chaturanga not very keen on remaining off strike for a long period. When you're in good rhythm, you're the one who should take the initiative. That's huge. For a moment thought he made solid enough connection to get that one over mid-wicket boundary, but somehow managing to get it into the gap and picked up another couple. Top part of the bat. As a result, not so much of power. 2 fielders converging, keeping it down for 2 runs. Even after picking up 2 wickets, I can tell you Hayleys now under a little bit of pressure. A cutter. Just like the previous shot. Not enough bat. Didn't get hold of that one, just a single. So that's a pretty good over. Run rate is coming down, 7 and over, 13 done, 91 for 2 in fact. Partnerships for the first wicket, 44 runs, 38 deliveries, a very good one. Then great deal of momentum. 42 of 31 between Durrani Alves and Dhanushka Chaturanga. Now Chaturanga together with Nadun Basnayaka looking to stitch out another important partnership for John Keels. That's good bowling. Just about foot and a half outside the yaw stump, turning further away. Not the tallest of bowler. As a result, getting a good loop and dip towards the batsman. Just like that, slowing it down outside the yaw stump. Yet another misfield, concede a single. It's been a mixed bag when it comes to their fielding today for Hayleys. They've been doing very, very well when it comes to their fielding department. But today, couple of missed opportunities, couple of balls going right through the legs of fielders, unnecessary runs. Now after a while, once again run rate dipping down a bit, 6.9. Coming down the track, sounds really nice and goes a long way into the clubhouse. Superb shot, Nadun Basnayaka getting into the act. Wanid De Silva usually tossing his deliveries up. I mentioned about the loop, but the footwork by Basnayaka, outstanding. So much power behind that shot, gets it a long way. Serious deal of momentum. They have enough wickets in hand, got strong batters coming down the line, and these two have once again given a great deal of impetus. Looks like another case of a lost ball. When you're playing here at MCA grounds, Colombo 7, that's been the case. We found out over the years. Straighter boundaries aren't the biggest. Looks like they found the ball, and things are in readiness. 7 runs off the over. We are in the 14th over. Basnayaka. That 6 over wide long on region would have given him great deal of confidence. Shot. Almost dragged that one onto the stumps. Luckily onto his pads. Sharp turn, this time flatter. So subtle adjustments from Wanid Silva. Just bounced once and gone all the way for a boundary. This is good batting. Intentions pretty clear. They are going after the bowling. Just about the carbon copy of previous delivery. Coming down the track and slapped away really nicely. Well deserved, well played. Basnayaka is on the move. Slower, way outside the yaw stump, gentle dab and a single. Outstanding over. 12 runs off. Great deal of momentum for John Keels after 14 overs, 103 for 2. Looking at the worm, it's going up. They've been maintaining a good run rate right from the beginning. Now given great deal of impetus once again with that over. 13 runs off, 7.36. And I can tell you, in with the chance of going past 160. They have 6 overs, and I'm thinking 170, 175. That will definitely be a very, very comfortable total. And a challenging one that will give John Keels bowlers a great deal of room to come up with a good strategy of restricting the opposition. Basnayaka once again on strike. Shenal De Silva back into the attack. Misses it. It's a bit of a dasher. We've already seen that. Powerful striker. Generally likes to get over the onside. So ideal line length by De Silva, getting it across the batsman, who almost always trying to whip everything on the onside. So far so good. The bowling change. Fuller, sort of a off cutter, pitched in line with the stumps, and there is absolutely no pace. Bosnaika had to push that one down the ground and content with a single. Crucial stage of this game, crucial juncture. They've done so well. 8 wickets in hand. Chaturanga, the wicketkeeper, looks dangerous. Bosnaika just joined the party with flurry of boundaries. Well bowled, almost on a Yorker length, nothing more than a single. You can have only 5 fielders patrolling boundaries, so usually go for 3 fielders on the onside and 2 on the offside. Not too much of pace. Good rhythmic, nice approach by Chanal De Silva. Good strong shoulder action. Delivery stride is good. And it's a good comeback. Started off really well. Well ball on a Yorker length straight to the fielder. They've decided not to go for a single, and they in fact completes a single. So good cricket all round. Good piece of fielding by Madhuranga Soisa. That was blasted away and got behind really nicely. Take a look at it. Bottom hand, some power. After a moment thought they completed the single. That's a dot ball. Straight to the fielder at mid-wicket region. So it's a good over. Just 3 runs and the final delivery is coming up. Chanal De Silva. It's not easy when you're out there for a long period after bowling your first 2 overs, coming back and both the batters trying to get after you, trying to go for big shots. So you need to be accurate and do the right thing. So far Chanal De Silva has done it. Final delivery. A full toss. Just maybe too high, but the square leg umpire, he's unmoved. So it's a very, very good over. After a while, just 4 runs off. 15 overs done. John Keel's looking good. 107 for the loss of 2 wickets. Chaturanga looks dangerous. 37 of 25. Already 3 huge sixes and a boundary. Bosnaika a 6 and a boundary. Striking at 100%. After 15 overs, things looking up for John Keels.
So final 5 overs coming up. Things have slowed down a bit. Can they get to 150? Hayleys said they wanted to keep them below 150. 8 wickets in hand. Chaturanga 37 of 25. Nadun Basn like a runner ball innings. That was signalled as wide. The wicketkeeper wasn't happy, so was the bowler. Another slog. That's his go-to shot. And that's gone a long distance over that wall into the next door premises. He's striking it powerfully at the moment. Danushka Chaturanga. He's very confident playing that shot, even against the spin. It did not matter. He went for it. He's just taking his chances against a bowler. There was one opportunity that should have been caught on the boundary at long on. It went a begging. Hayleys will rue that opportunity. Madhuranga Sois has bowled very well though. His first 2 overs just went for 11 runs. Or 9 runs, beg your pardon. His first 2 overs for 9 runs. So far he's gone for 7. Another one. Big hike, a big swing. He's not worried about his wicket. That's in there. Can someone catch that one? Ball under it, takes it. It was on the cards because he was just swinging at everything. Swinging at glory. If he connected well, yes, it went. But if you didn't, this is what could happen. He's out caught and bowled. Good bowling. Bowled it a bit wide. Told him to take it from outside the off stump. It was not in his arc. And he's got his man Madhuranga Soisa. As I mentioned, he's bowled well so far today. But 43 of 28. He's done his job, we may say. He's hit the big boundary. Those lusty blows for John Kales. So Madhuranga Soisa with his right arm leg spinners, quicker delivery. Aruna Meemanage, the captain, has walked in for John Kales. Down the ground. That was that last wicket to fall. A good catch. He wanted to take it himself. So far 7 runs off the 8 runs off the over and a wicket. So he's conceded the 6, but he's done well. He needs to finish off here. The Nadun Basnaik, he's the one that has to take on the bowlers. Gets it away very, very fine. Just a single though. Good comeback by Madhuranga Soisa. He's just given 8 runs off that over and picked up that vital wicket. 16 done, 116 for 3. So Ryan Fernando back into the attack. First 2 overs went for 10. Another former Thomian captain, a part of this Hayleys group. We had Ashan Peris playing for John Kales, who opened the bat in, former Thomian captain. Now Ryan Fernando for Hayleys, former Sri Lanka under 19 player. Pulls that very wide outside the off stump. This is slow medium pace. Again outside the off stump. Big switch at that one. Doesn't make contact. So 2 dot deliveries. First one was called, beg your pardon, first one was called wide. So not runs off the bat, but followed it up with a dot one. Swings at that one. He's got the elevation he was looking for. The umpires weighed in. Was that 6? Was that 4? We lost it too in the cameras. Nevertheless, a good hit. It was the width. Gave it the kitchen sink. It's a signal as 6. So Nadun Basnaik now. He's the one that is to do the damage for John Kales. That was a powerful strike on the offside. So runs, they don't mind how it comes as long as it comes. Gives himself some room, goes up, oh, in and out. Now that should have been taken. Poor fielding. The batter gave himself some room, went up and over backward point, straight to the fielder, into his chest, and out it came. That was a sitter. Now these are the mistakes you cannot make in the field. This could be proved costly, especially in these last few overs. Set better, Nadun Basnaik. That was a big wicket. Ryan Fernando will feel disappointed. 9 runs off the over so far. 2 more deliveries to go. He's created the opportunity, but it's gone a big in. Foolish delivery. Uppishly played. Just a single though. Good ball in. Neiman Gale looking to get under that one, which was right in the block hole. So since he's conceded or been hit for 6, he's come back really well and should have had a wicket. This is going to be an interesting game on the cards. A big swing at that one, misses it. Dot ball to finish off. 17 done, 127 for 3. Swing and miss. Into his final over, Madhuranga Sois at the leg spinner. He's been outstanding. Mimanage gets it into the gap. Just a single. They won't mind the ones, no doubt. It is the boundaries that they'll be looking to protect. Down the track, in the air for a while. Could be out caught. Oh, he's taken a brilliant one at the end. Overran the ball. He came probably 2 steps too much in front. The ball was heading over his head. Had to grab it one-handed. At the end, it was a fantastic catch. It should have been a simple one. Right into the bucket. But you see, he overran it for a while. And then it suddenly realized it's gone over my head. And had to stretch back. One-handed. Holds on to it. Well, doesn't matter. He has a smile as well, but takes the catch. So Nadim Basnayaka departs for a well-made 25 of 22. John Kales have lost their 4th wicket. Down the ground. Hefty blow. That's 4 runs. That went like a rocket. Uday Kumara is the new batter. No siders needed. First ball smacked down the ground. Spoils over. Still a good one. But until then, it was an exceptional one. Just given away 1 run and a wicket in the first 3 deliveries. He's through the offside. Single. He's been the best bowler for Hayleys. Oh, that's poor throw. Right in the center of the pitch. No chance for the wicket keeper as well. He's very disappointed. Where was he throwing that one? Aimlessly. Just concedes an extra run. But the final ball coming up. Another big one. A swatch across the line and it has gone the distance. That certainly spoils the over. It was a decent one. 7 of it until then. Now it moves up to 13. His ball 4 was 2 for 31. Still, he's been the best bowler. Madhuranga Soiza for me today. 18 done, 140 for 4. So now this shot was not there because you gave that extra run. You got Uday Kumara back on strike and he's hitting for 6. Probably it would have been the skipper Aruna Mimanage who should have been on strike, and things might have been different. But this is what could happen when you're careless in the field. 18 overs though, 2 more to go, 140 for 4. Just a single to the total. Goes for the paddle sweep, but doesn't make contact. Well, that's given a wide. Now that's interesting. I thought the batter walked outside the off stump. We'll take another look at that one. Yeah, that's not a wide. He was outside the off stump. Well outside the off stump. Bowler very, very unlucky indeed to be given a wide there. Goes for the big swing. Just a single. Oh, they come back for two. Good running. Excellent running. Taking on the arm. And picking up 2 runs. Hammered away onto the offside. Dot ball. Goes for another big hike on the onside. 1 run again. Hayleys will be looking to get a win here, go into the quarterfinals on Sunday. Confidence behind them. John Kills on their hand, need a win. They have this game and one more game on Saturday, so they definitely need to win. That's a good catch coming in from the boundary. Now this is the fielding you love to have. He had to put in the dive, holds on to it. Udaya Kumara, 15 of 5. He's done his job. That's what you need in the latter part of the innings with a few overs left. You need to go for everything. He got the height, didn't get the distance. Very good catch. That was brilliantly taken. That was dipping, falling in front of him. Full stretch, got both hands. Well done, Juanita De Silva. So Senal De Silva has picked up the wicket. The 2 De Silvas have combined to get rid of Udaya Kumara for 15. So the points table, Group A, right on top with 10 points is Slim. NDB in second with 9 points. Hammered away through the offside. Just get another single. So 4 teams go through to the quarterfinals out of the 6. CW Mackay seem out of it at the moment. In that group, that was the last wicket to fall. That brilliant catch. That was very well taken indeed. Akbar brothers have another game. If they can win there, they probably can scrape through to the quarterfinals. So it's going to be interesting to see how they come up on Saturday in that match. And in Group B, TVS Lanka, 5 out of 5. They are through comfortably. Hayleys seem to be through as well. So is the South Asian Technologies. John Kills battling it out. They have 2 more games left. After today, they'll have 1 more game left. So they will need another win to try and scramble through on net run rate. So far they seem well on their way. Unless they lose, and they lose badly, that their run rates will drop. That's hiked away on the onside. That's 6. That was in the slot. Not good bowling by Ryan Fernando. He's angled it into the pads of the right hand. Tarusha, very good. All he had to do was just use the pace of the bowler, use the angle. And the short boundaries here at the MCA that went the distance. But that was not a good delivery. He has to target that off stump. Keep it away from the batter's arc. Again a big hike. Just a single. Bowled him, beautifully bowled. That was a slow delivery. That was deep in on him. Aruna Meemanage was all through the shot by the time the ball came. Played very early. He thought it was a full toss, but that dipped on him, beat him comprehensively, and has knocked back the stumps. There you go, just rolling his fingers over that one. Very well deceived by the bowler. He had already played the shot by the time the ball arrived. He's picked up his first wicket, Ryan Fernando. Meemanage, the skipper, departs for 5. So just 3 deliveries remaining. Very good is the one that could find the boundary probably. He's hit the 6 already. The new batter has to pick up the single, get to the non-striker's end. Cannot afford to waste any deliveries here. They've got the 150 on the board. They were looking for that 150 plus. Short one, pulls it. Will the chance the bowler's arm? No. Settle for a single. That was very well bowled indeed. Another delivery angled into the body. Mix up. Ryan Fernando will get the stumps down. He's got another one. It's a run out. Tarusha very good look in the swing that one. Sachin Silva went through for the single. But very good. He was not aware. You could see he was ball watching. He didn't know where the ball had gone. Too much hesitancy. Still took on the bowler. But Ryan Fernando didn't look to throw down the stumps. Just whipped off the bails. They've lost another wicket. This could happen. So the final delivery. Silva will be on strike. Can he find a boundary here? Ryan Fernando has done a decent job. First in the power play, then in the death overs. That's out, caught, very well bowled. Just short of a length. Looking to give himself some room, looking to hit it through the offside. Doesn't make a contact at all properly. Just a leading edge and well taken. There you see, big swing at it, leading edge, and holds on to the catch. So Ryan Fernando finishes off with 2 for 29 of his 4 overs. He'll be happy with that performance with the ball. So that's the end of the innings. 155 for 7 in 20 overs. That is what they have got. 7.75 is the run rate. At one time they were well over 8, but Hayleys have done well to drag it back a bit. John Kills would have probably thought they'll get maybe another 10 to 15 runs, but haven't done so. Ashan Peiris 25 of 24. He looked good. So was Durrandi Alves 26 of 26. Danushka Chaturanga, he's the one that got the momentum. 43 of 28. He was lucky, but didn't matter. Nadun Basnayaka 25. I don't know, maybe I'm going to give 5. Udaya Kumara, a couple of lusty blows, a 6 and a 4 in his 15. Tarusha Veda going to hit a 6 as well. Sachin Silva on a 1. So just a 7 extras. Hayleys have done well to restrict John Kills. Pulled it back. Senal De Silva 4 overs 1 for 23. He was good. Ryan Fernando as well, 2 overs for 29. 2 for 29 of 4. Kavisha Ratnayaka 4 overs for 27. Kamindu Munusinghas 1 over went for 10. Wanit De Silva was expensive, 35 of his 3. Madhuranga Soiza 2 for 31 of his 4. He was really good with the ball. This is how they started off. De Silva and Peiris. Ashan Peiris picked up a couple of boundaries early in this innings. Those were overthrows as well. The fielding was very poor from Hayleys at one time. I thought today, when the ground fielding and catching should have been better. A couple of very good catches in between, but there were some simple chances that were put down as well. This is where the momentum started. Ashan Peiris hitting a couple of boundaries, and things started to happen. Then this run out, a mix up in the center, and he was given out on field. And then Chaturanga came in and hit 3 sixers off the next over. Consecutive sixers with that slog sweep. Back to his power, back to his strength. And he was just dealing in sixers all the way. Silva joined in for a while, then he was out caught. The runs were coming. So Basnayaka hitting a couple of lofty blows. Chaturanga continued on his merry way. That was his go-to shot today, until he was out caught and bowled by Madhuranga De Silva. He was outstanding, the leg spinner. This was a good catch, a bit of a mix-up by the fielder, but ultimately held on to it. Udaya Kumar came in, hit a lusty blow. That was brilliantly taken by Silva, Sachin Silva. Outfoxed Mimanagi, the captain, by Ryan Fernando. Clean bowl, then he got another run out as well. That was a good last over for Hayleys and a wicket off the final ball. Just keeping things quiet in that final over, restricting John Kills to 155. 156 is the target in 120 balls when they come out to bat in approximately 10 minutes from now.
I know. Good evening and welcome back to MCA grounds. These are usually familiar fixtures if you have played cricket in mercantile sector. Very important game. This is the equation. It's between John Keels and Hayleys. John Keels opting to bat first, 155 in the allotted overs. The equation 156 in 20 overs. This should be a humdinger of a game. Two very strong teams. Based on what we've seen during the tournament and looking at the points table, both of them looking good to go into the second round. Hayleys in particular, they got a very decent total on the board, 156 in this outfield, which is very, very slow. But considering how strong Hayleys' batting lineup, they should be able to get over the line, whichever the case. Very, very interesting encounter. One of the favorites. Hayleys lost 2 games. The officials today, they've done a stellar job. The openers for John Keels stuck to a task. Very good opening wicket stand, 40 plus. Follow-up batters, I thought, done a stellar job. It's a very good total, 155, considering how slow the outfield is. It's a small ground, we all know that, but the boundaries due to thick grass coverage and prevailing weather, the rains has slowed down the outfield considerably. Very, very interesting chase is on the cards. Hayleys played 5, won 3. Looks like the skipper, Aruna Meemanage, right arm, fast medium bowler. Done wonderfully well for his team. John Keels looking to step into the second round. Their pride is at stake. Here's the first delivery. Anura Meemanage, Ratnayaka is on strike. Good cricket. Gentle little dab towards third and gets a single, gets things underway. It was a very, very steady start, if you can remember, for John Keels holding. Ashan Puris and the Alvis maintained a run rate. There you go. 58 matches experience, 6 for 50, and on 5 occasions, 5 or more than 5 wickets. Decent economy. These are overall figures, all formats combined. Whichever the case, high quality. Ryan Fernando, right-handed opening batter, best of 38. Strike rate is good. Average need to improve. Good strong push down the ground straight to the fielder. Remember, Hayleys won 2 matches by 10 wickets. The last 2 matches were quite easy for them, thanks to these 2 openers, Ryan Fernando and Kavish Ratnayaka. Batted superbly well. Ideal line and length. Lovely piece of timing. Gets it into the deep. They will definitely come back for the second quite easily. Proper techniques, proper application. Good cricket so far. Aruna Meemanage adopting good lines and lengths. Previous delivery was touch fuller. Wasn't a bad one. Ryan Fernando, really good hands. Played it through the lines, not trying to hit it too hard. Varuna Ravimal. That's quality. Strike rate, average, and 450s. Ideally suited for this format. They need to maintain a run rate of around 8 right from the beginning. That's the only challenge. To stop them, John Keels need to do everything right. John Keels played 4 matches, lost 2, won 2. If they win here, their chances of progressing into the second round, the quarterfinals, will obviously go very, very high. Oh, that's a poor shot selection. Little bit of bounce outside the off stump, just about couple of foot. just maybe trying to hit it too hard. Bit of a rash shot. But one would argue this is T20 cricket. So way to go. When the ball is new, it comes on to bat really well. Oh, lovely hands. Played it through the line. Oh, this is fabulous start. Mimanage wasn't a bad ball, but in the slot, advancing down the track, Ryan Fernando. Oh, this is beautiful. So good to watch. Proper lofted on drive for 6. Excellent start for Hayleys. 1 done, 9 for no loss. We know during this tournament, we'll go through the new bowlers figures. Uday Kumara, 24 matches, best of 4 for 27, 7.4, little on the higher side, average, very good. These are combined stats, all formats taken into consideration, one-dayers, T20s. We've seen team winning the toss, generally deciding to bowl first. Chasing has been fruitful for all the teams right throughout the teams, and the percentage wise it's been proven teams who have chased more often than not goes on to win their matches. And at the same time, looking at the skies, bit of a cloud build up. In case to constitute a game, we need at least 6 overs to bowl, and on that count the advantage is with Hayleys. First delivery, it's an edge. Third man comes around, should only be a single. Ravimal, ideally at this stage, what he should be doing is to get Ryan Fernando on strike. That 6 over wide long arm region was a fabulous one. We've seen quite a few lusty blows right throughout the game. Chaturanga, the wicketkeeper in particular, 3 back-to-back sixters, and this is that previous 6 of Ryan Fernando's bat was an outstanding one. Just leant on it. Beautiful hands through the line of the delivery and lifted over wide long on. Kind of shot that gives you a truckload of confidence. 146. Yeah, the second over. Just as I mentioned, to constitute a game need at least 6 overs. Right now, conditions very pleasant, looks fabulous. Players must be enjoying their time in the middle. Little bit of breeze blowing across the ground, making things comfortable. Uday Kumara, pretty decent start. We've seen seam bowlers generally had a very good day, apart from bowling few wide deliveries down the leg side, and obviously you should expect to bring out your variations, and you should be expecting that the batters, they will almost always trying to get after you. So you got to be very, very smart. Oh, sounded nice off the bat. Yet another boundary. Even though the slowness of the outfield not gonna drag that one. Ryan Fernando moves to double figures. Superb shot. Short enough. As usual, beautiful hands. Spanked it away for his first boundary. So already 2 boundaries, a 6 and a boundary. So he looks good. Ryan Fernando already moved up to 12 of just 7 deliveries. At this stage, Varun Ravimal, his job would be to get your partner on strike. Coming down the track, this time bat face closes. As a result, yes, still gets a boundary. The only question would be not gone all the way. It's been confirmed by the umpire. After a moment, thought that one gone all the way. So he's a proper striker, I can tell you. Just bounced once before reaching the boundary line. 18 for no loss behind the second over. Immediately under pressure. Wicketkeeper Chaturanga trying to provide a little bit of instructions to his fielders. Keep yourself calm. Keep doing the basics right. Very expensive over 9 runs off already. And gets the 10th. This is outstanding cricket. We mentioned Hayleys won their last couple of matches quite convincingly against David Pearce, if I'm not mistaken, at the Royal College grounds. Won it by 10. He was in quite easily. It's about your approach, your attitude, and backing up your skills. Ryan Fernando certainly seems to be a player that serves Hayleys immensely during this tournament. Very, very interesting second round coming up. Quite a few strong teams, and Hayleys interestingly beaten by TVS, and TVS looks like the strongest team in the group. Misses it. That was there to be hit in the slot. Very good over nevertheless. 10 runs off, 2 overs done, 19 for no loss. 137 of 108 deliveries. The equation getting easier. Excellent start. Aggression on display, especially by Ryan Fernando. John Keel's holdings got off to a very good start. Similarly, Hayleys have got things well on track. Got all the wickets in hand. Already 19 runs at 9.5. Came off the edge. Had he let it go, would have been a wide. Now he's in good form, good rhythm. Got a couple of boundaries over mid-wicket, over wide long on. So he's on the lookout for runs. Played so well right throughout the tournament. Games where Hayleys haven't done well, superb swivel on his foot. Looks like yet another boundary. Forget the slowness of the outfield. Ryan Fernando playing a blinder. Just 11 deliveries, already moved up to 21. Take a look at it. Transfer of weight and a swivel on his back foot to get the placement. Enough bat, solid connection. Yet another boundary. Hale is looking dangerous. Mimanage, skipper, under huge pressure now. I can tell you, he's a proper batter. That previous shot tells you a story. Outstanding techniques, very keen on playing closer to his body. That follow through, superb. So he's a batter of a highest caliber. Once again down the track, straight to the fielder. Gets a single, a fumble makes it even simpler. Mimanage, skipper isn't too happy about that. He was just got caught on his heels right at the edge of the 30-yard circle. You can tell that they are under pressure. Yes, it's only 24 runs, but the way they've scored those runs immediately put John Keels under a little bit of a spot. Warner Ravimal, he's been very quiet. Capable striker, you already know that. Try to glide that one towards third. came off the bottom part of the bat. Mimanage proven expensive into his second over, already conceded 14. Not the ideal start. The key figure, runs required and number of deliveries remaining. Required run rate 7.69. At the moment they are going at 8.47, yet another wide. Mimanage trying to get it across the batsman, making things tougher for Ravimal. Left-handers usually likes to play on the onside. By trying to take that out of the equation, Mimanage just maybe slanting it across the batsman a little too much. Going for a pull shot, easily taken single. This is good cricket. Without taking too much of risk, they've already picked up sufficient number of runs. 3 overs done, 26 for no loss. Here's the all-important figure, number of runs and deliveries remaining. Now that gap seems to be narrowing. Just 28. Right now, Hayleys right on top. It's important keeping enough wickets in hand. Towards the latter part, we saw John Keels just about lost their way a little bit. They were well on course to go past 160, 170 perhaps, but they've lost far too many wickets towards the end overs. Goes for a big heave, finds a gap, not gonna go all the way. They will definitely cross over for the second, there's no doubt. This is good cricket now. Ravimal, he himself trying to join the party by picking up a boundary. Pressure seems to have eased off now. John Keels is the team under a little bit of pressure now. You can tell by their body language. They know for a fact these two openers have done absolutely brilliantly right throughout the tournament. Two dangerous batters already got off to a very good start, and Ryan Fernando looks very, very dangerous. He's in good rhythm. Goes for a big heave, just maybe try to hit it too hard. Looking up, losing the shape. Yeah, saw the opportunity in the slot. His eyes lit up and just try to take the cover of the ball and misses it. Would have been a wide. He gets a bat anyway. Still inside the boundary. That part of the outfield quite heavily grassed and soggy area at the same time. As a result, and it's a no ball. Just the kind of opportunity Varun Ravimal was looking for. No boundaries so far. Here comes a freebie. Uday Kumara. He's been very decent all the while. That was quite clearly above the shoulder line, above the waistline in fact. Through the same direction. It's going to hold up inside the boundary line. They will come back for the second, nothing more than that. Good cricket all round. So it's been a pretty decent over so far, courtesy of a no ball. 6 runs already, 3 more deliveries to come. Excellent start. Varun Ravimal starting to get comfortable. Just what the doctor ordered as far as Hayleys is concerned. They've been accustomed getting good starts, especially during 3 previous games. These two have gotten into good form. That's a weakness. Whenever delivery presented in the slot, there's a tendency Ravi Mal trying to hit it too hard, try to blast that one. Take a look at it, and his head position isn't steady. A little bit of instructions by Ryan Fernando, perhaps. Mate, don't try to hit it too hard, is the instruction by more enterprising batter at this stage, Ryan Fernando, who's on 22. Short pitch, cross batted, he clears the infield luckily, and they once again easily coming back for the second. It's been a fruitful passage for Hayleys. Left-right combination so far done a fabulous job. Now what if Ravi Mal moves beyond double figures? Made solid connection. He was looking to play that shot for a while. Finally gets it out of the middle of the blade. There's no stopping. There was a fielder out in the deep. Mere spectator. Excellent over. Oh, fabulous. Just about 5 meters. He couldn't get there. Foul over was done. 39 for no loss. Ravi Mal joins the party, now moves to 15 of 12 deliveries with a boundary. Ryan Fernando, 22 of 13. Excellent start. They've been maintaining a very, very good strike rate. Plenty of batters to come. Things looking up. And as usual, Hayleys demonstrating that why they are the favourites coming into this game. Won 3 out of 5 matches. Lost their game against TVS, lost their game against South Asia Technologies. Now well on track to reach the second round. You can tell by their body language they are under pressure. Skipper had no option but to bring out changes. Nandun Basnayaka, who batted superbly, added serious deal of impetus to their run rate while he was batting. 16.75, total of 12 wickets. Bit of a part-timer. Is this the right change? Required run rate coming down. 117 of 96 balls. And Ryan Fernando. Oh, that's a good start. Gets it right in the good length area. Just a bit of turn. Left armers very, very useful against right-handers, especially aggressive ones. Oh, superb! Work across the line and got the placement. Superb sweep shot by Ryan Fernando. He means business. Outstanding player during his school days. Our good mate Ricky Sims mentioned captaining St. Thomas's. So goes to tell you, player from the highest caliber. 26 of 15. Excellent job so far. Once again, and came off the inside edge it seems, but what matters is the call by the umpire, and Nandun Basnayaka strikes. Huge scalp. Ryan Fernando was looking outstanding and was looking good for bigger one, but not anymore. Just maybe came off the inside edge, but the umpire is in a better position than us. First one down. It was an excellent start. Ryan Fernando, the man, got out. LBW ball. Nandun Basnayaka, 26 of 16. Excellent knock. Was an entertaining one. So some reprieve for John Keel's holdings. Ryan Fernando was quite quickly take things out of control, out of grasp. Madhuranga Soisa, experienced campaigner in the club cricketing scene, 992 runs, best of 148. I'm sure those figures, all formats combined, 300s. So coming in at number 3, he's the main batsman. Bowled superbly, picked up few wickets, stemmed the flow of runs. Oh, lovely hands through the line. No is the call by the non-striker Ravi Mal. Perhaps the right one. Nandan Basnaik, after conceding a boundary, taken the scalp, a big one. Well bowled, equally well played. So he's a batter with a proper technique, Madhuranga Soisa. Straight away coming down the track, pushes one down the ground, straight to the fielder. Very, very good over. Yes, boundary taken. Yes, the dismissal. Straight in line with the stumps. Wasn't turning. So heading towards the leg stump. That's the call by the on-field umpire. 5 overs done, 43 for 1.
So Ishan Iriagul is being introduced into the attack, ringing the changes. John Keels looking for a wicket here. .43 for 1. Varun Ramimal is on 15. Madhuranga Soisa has come into bat. Straight towards the backward point on the offside. Good fielding, certainly saves the boundary there. Every run needs to be protected. Stopped by John Keels, defending 155. They've got off to an excellent start thanks to Ryan Fernando, who batted really well. Varun Ravimal has given him the support, going at a run a ball. So that's 4 runs. Another boundary to the total. Madhuranga Soisa is a good cricketer. He's been around a while. Played a lot of cricket during his time. We saw him with the ball, with his leg spinners. This time didn't try to hit it too hard. All he did was ease it into the gap, taking it on the full. So opens his account with a boundary. They will need to pick up wickets at regular intervals here, John Keels, to keep themselves alive. They have another game to be played on Saturday before the quarterfinals. So they still have opportunities to get into the final. But a win here certainly will help them do that. Now where's that? The ball is the... Well, where's that gone? It's out of here. It's 6. For a while you thought it was in there, but no, it went the distance. So Varun Ravimal takes it on the full. The bowler knows that was a poor delivery. It had the legs to carry it over the side screen. 6 runs to finish off the over. 12 off that one. 55 for 1. Driving down the ground, straight towards the bowler. Again flicked away on the onside. So just a single in the over. Nadun Basnaik, the bowler, he's the wicket taker. 1 for 5 into his second over. Batted well too. Got some quick runs with the ball. Looking to hit down the ground. Doesn't make contact. A big inside edge. Onto pad. Very lucky. Again worked away on the onside. Again just a single. They won't mind the singles at all, John Keels, as long as they don't concede the boundary. Good solid drive. Oh, that's a big one. That's out of here. It was a good over until then, but 6 of the last ball spoils the over. Varun Ravimal, he's been able to find the boundary with his big hoik over long on. Trust in his strength. Clears the ropes. 29 of 18 for him. It's coming good time. 64 for 1 after 7. Sachin Silva has been introduced into the attack. 3 for 32. Right arm off spinner into the attack. So ringing the changes, looking for some more wickets here, looking for a breakthrough. It's down the ground, just a single. Scramble through for a single. Comes down the track straight towards short extra cover. Another dot ball, good over so far. Been on the money. Very good bowling indeed, just keeping things tight. Just off the back foot. So 8 overs, that's a good over from Sachin Silva. Just 3 runs, 67 for 1 after 8. $89 required of 72 deliveries for John Hayleys. For Hayleys, beg your pardon. John Hayleys defending 88. So Pasanna Gunatunga. It won't reach the boundary, but they'll come back for comfortable 2 runs. Madhuranga Swavisa just rotating the strike, keeping the scoreboard moving. Varun Ravimal is the aggressor. He will look to find the boundary. John Hayleys need a partnership break at this stage. When they were batting as well, they were going well. But Hayleys managed to pick up wickets to slow the momentum. So waiting on the back foot, deep in his crease. And just pinching the gaps. Pick up a leg by, going for the sweep. Missed out on it, Varun Ravimal. He'll be disappointed. That was outside the leg stump. It was there to be hit. Just could not make contact. Down the track, launched high and handsome. Madhurangasoy at this time using his feet against the bowler. It was a decent over, but once again spoiled with the boundary. It was a quickish delivery as well, but good use of his feet, got close to the ball as possible and taking the aerial route. On the ground, bowler gets a hand to it, but a single nevertheless. Another good over for Hayleys. 12 off that one from Gunatunga. 80 for 1 after 9. So Sachin Silva continues into his second over. First over just conceded 3 runs. Field trying to stop it, but still they get through for 1. No chance of a single. This is a good bowling by Sachin Silva. Direct hit would have been interesting. Needed one. Good reaction by the fielder, but just could not strike the stumps down. Oh, he had lots of time. He could have passed it to the bowler. Probably a good throw to the bowler would have been much more effective. So that was an opportunity for John Keels. Current run rate well above the required run rate. So Hayleys going well. Wickets in hand too. But Sachin Silva is doing a decent job here. He's just conceded 4 runs so far. He needs to end it up well. We have seen so far in this game some good overs been spoilt in the last ball of the over, where they conceded a boundary. Ravimal will be looking to find the boundary as well. There you go. Like I mentioned, looking to be aggressive. Didn't get hold of it. Lucky probably. If not, it may have gone to hand. But good over from Sachin Silva. Just a 5 runs off it. His ball is 2 overs for 8. 10 done. 85 for 1.
So looking at the batting card, it's been a fabulous knock so far by Ravimal. They were given an excellent start by Ryan Fernando. Madhuranga Soisa joining in, moves to 21 with that huge 6 over wide long on region. They are in a very comfortable position, needing 71 of 60 deliveries as Ravimal goes over mid-wicket once again, gets another single. John Keels under tremendous pressure. Things looking all too comfortable for the likes of Madhuranga Soisa. He gets singles quite easily. Fabulous techniques. Very strong against spin bowlers. There you go. Just like that. Good footwork. A fumble. Almost allowing yet another single. Things slowly but steadily starting to come off really nicely for Hayleys. Looking good for their 4th victory. Shot outside the off, spanked away into the deep. Should only be a single. Looking at the way things panned out during this tournament, last 10 overs, 70 runs. Bit of a formality, but cricket is a funny game. Uncertainties, glorious uncertainties, but highly unlikely. Especially. Oh, just as we mentioned, straight in, and you miss eye hit. Pasan Gunatunga gets his first wicket. Wasn't a special delivery, but Madhuranga Soisa. He remains. Ravimal, as usual, try to hit it too hard. Look at his head. Wasn't steady, and elation. Bit of a gentle seamer. 10.4 overs done, 87 for 2. Ravimal is the man out for 35 of 27 deliveries bowled. Pasan Gunatunga. Hayleys loses their 2nd wicket. There was absolutely no necessity for them to go for big heave each and every delivery. But Ravimal is an aggressive player. Likes to get that one over wide long on region, just maybe by trying to hit it too hard. Missing it altogether. New batsman Kamidu Monasinghe. Yet another right-hander. Now they will once again have to stitch a partnership. 22 matches. 28.06, best of 121. So he's another quality player coming in at number 4. Needing just about 7.5 per over. 7.39 to be precise. So no real run rate pressure. That's a good shot. Just came in, driven really nicely, gets a single, gets off the mark, getting his more enterprising partner. Here's the previous dismissal. Straight a delivery. He wasn't trying to spin that one. Straight in, and made the mistake of trying to hit it too hard. Meanwhile, Madhuranga Soisa, he looks fabulous. Gets another single and moves to the other end. That's a very productive over for Pasan Gunatunga, who picked up a wicket. 11 overs done, 89 for 2. With as many as 8 wickets in hand, 67 or 54 deliveries, one would consider that's pretty easy. But wickets, whenever you take a wicket, immediately brings that feel good factor, and you feel confident about yourself. Generally, new batsman takes at least few deliveries to settle in. On that count, the presence of Madhuranga Soisa will be very, very important for Hayleys. He's settled on 23. loads of experience, and who got an able partner in the caliber of Kamithu Munasinghe. He does that all day. It's a full toss down the ground, gets a single. As long as they keep that required run rate manageable proportions, there should be Hayleys to be taken. This is the 33rd match in progress of this tournament. Very, very keenly participated and well contested. Alarming fact about this T20 tournament is that 47% of all deliveries have been dot balls. Even after scoring so many runs. Well bowled, spun across the bat. Was trying to clip that one towards leg side. Enough spin to beat the bat. Slower through the air, in line with the stumps, on top of the leg stump, on top of the off stump in fact. Well bowled. This time, gentle push, gets a single. It moves to 2, Munasinghe. Very, very important. They just cannot afford to lose another wicket at this stage. Coming down the track, that was tipping on him. Worked away accordingly. Will they come back for the second? No, they won't. Good cricket. We already know for a fact that Madhuranga Soisa, he is capable of going for big shots. Needing just 64 of 50 balls. Run rate, required run rate, not alarming. That'll do it. Gentle push, gets another single. 5 runs already, 4 runs in fact, 5 deliveries. He's the man. If he stays, this will be a piece of cake for Hayleys. Coming down the track straight. Oh, this is fabulous. Didn't try to hit it too hard. Very steady head in comparison to his partner Ravimal. Take a look at it. Beautiful hands through the line of the delivery. Enough power. Pierce the side screen. 12 overs done. 99 for 2. We knew right from the beginning itself this will be an interesting game. This is good hands into the gap under normal circumstances. Would have easily gone for a boundary. That part of the field heavily grassed, little soggy as a result of persisting rain just about a week or so. Munasinghe moves to 5. It looks good. Zoisa on 31. Munasinghe once again gets it down the ground, gets another single. Not taking any risk. They know they got enough deliveries on hand. 46 to be precise. This time pulled away towards mid-wicket region. Was a half cracker. There are no fielders inside the 30-yard circle on the onside. 3 patrolling boundaries at backward square leg region, deep mid-wicket and wide long on. So piercing those boundaries would be a little tougher along the ground. Goes straight, slap down the ground, gets another single. Munasinghe, he looks very, very good. Understood his responsibilities. Not taking too much of time to settle down. Already moved to 7 of 7. Save direction. Yet another single. He looks very, very good. Experience counts at this stage. You are ahead of the game, but this is not a time for you to make a mistake. Two batters out there in the middle. Seems to have understood the fact. Goes over extra cover region. Vacant area. Should be a couple at least. Excellent cricket. So good to see the techniques by the new batter coming to Munasinghe. Get underneath the ball. Gets it over for another couple. Good over. Decent over. 13 overs done. 107 for 2. It's getting easier with every over. 49 of 42. Now, by looking at the way things have panned out so far, I can tell you Hayleys, they will have to bat terribly bad if they are to lose this game. It's for them to take, and they are well on course to win their 4th game on a trot. That will definitely help them to move on to quarter-final round with exuberant confidence. Fast reaching the crunch stage, keeping enough wickets in hand. That's the name of the game. John Keels too had sufficient number of batters, had enough wickets in hand, but towards the latter part they probably thrown everything at it, thrown the kitchen sink and paid the price of losing too many wickets. As a result, instead of reaching 170, 175, they got to ended up at 155. And it was all too easy so far. Partnerships, they've been very good down the track. Oh, almost a Yorker. Madhuranga Soiza thought he had enough time, but all of a sudden, seeing the ball dipping on him, just managing to get the bat down right in time. Otherwise, things would have been very, very tough. Take a look at it. Just got the bat down right in time. Otherwise, he would have been castled. Slightly quicker. Back of a length. Neatly worked away for another single. We are in the 14th over. Things looking very, very good as they are maintaining a run rate of 8.25. Exactly what was needed. We've seen teams, by letting a lot to do at the end, found themselves under a great deal of pressure. Now, as you can see, required run rate under 7, 6.9 to be precise. It's getting easier with every delivery. Gets another single. Sachin Silva. Bit of a floater, not too much of spin. Darting in his deliveries, trying to cramp the batsman up. Testing their techniques from time to time. Once again on a fuller length. Not trying to do anything extravagant, not trying to do anything special. Bowling straight. That's his method. Bit of a wild hook towards mid-wicket region and gets a single, nothing more than that. Decent over. Still only 5 runs including 2 leg byes. Goes aerial. There is a fielder. And he's going to be a mere spectator. That was beautifully timed. Sachin Silva generally quicker through the air. And turned out to be yet another excellent over. Beautiful hands through the line. Excellent shot over wide long off region. Fabulous. Hayleys looks very, very good. 38 needed of 36 runs. There can be only one winner now. And that's Hayleys. Soiza, very steady. Proper techniques, proper application. Ideally suited attitude. Using all his experience to good effect. Munasinghe supporting him ably. Full toss. Smashed, but straight into the hands of the fielder. Is there a twist in the tail? It's a full toss. Dancing down the track. Just maybe try to hit it too hard. Through mid-wicket should be the way to go. Instead, gone straight. Take a look at it. He thought he got enough. Not quite. Well taken. No mistakes there. Hayleys losing their third experienced campaigner. Madhuranga Soiza, the man, got out. "35 of 32 deliveries, well batted, using all his experience. Never easy on a mat, playing properly against very good spin bowlers. John Keels in possession of very good spinners, and just about all Hayleys batters batted beautifully. Starting up, Ryan Fernando. What a fabulous knock. Pasan Gunatunga starting up his fourth over. 6.33, not an issue. 3 down. Immediately gets off strike, gets off mark. You've seen that characteristic just about all Hayleys batters. That's the previous dismissal. Madhuranga Soiza having batted so well, utilizing all his experience. Never a right time for you to lose a wicket, but yeah, pretty safe. 6.51 is the required run rate. Off the back foot, gentle little dab. Yes, is the call. This is excellent cricket. We've been telling about the fact 47% of all the deliveries right throughout this tournament being dot balls, and John Keels batters understanding the importance of picking up singles. Oh, that's a big hoik over mid-wicket region, and once again finds a fielder. Pasan Gunatunga picking up a wicket. Not the best delivery, but he wouldn't mind at all. Lisula Lakshan just came in, tried to pull that one over mid-wicket region, just maybe tried to hit it too hard, came off the bottom part of the bat. Take a look at it. No great power. Says thank you so much. Gunatunga picks up his second wicket. 4 down. Just maybe trying too hard to push the issue. He's out for a single. Well caught by Sachin Silva of Pasan Gunatunga's bowling. Hayleys 4 down for 120. We are in the 15th over. Can they do the unthinkable? Hayleys unnecessarily losing 2 wickets. New batsman Senal Silva, known for his bowling. Decent figures, 39. That's his best. Best of 100 and best of 39, and no half centuries. So he's in the side predominantly for his bowling. But now he's gonna stick around together with Munasinghe. Still needing 36. Sounded good off the bat. 3 fielders close to each other. Short pitch delivery. It was there to be hit. Came off the toe end of the bat. No real power. Excellent over. 2 wickets and 2 runs. John Keels trying to create an avenue into this game after 1,520 for 4 Hayleys.
So final 5 overs coming up in this innings. 120, 36 of 30 deliveries. Hayleys were coasting at one point, but they lost a couple of wickets needlessly, we could call it. Given away their wickets, they were going very well. 3 for 26 of his 4 overs. Pasan Gunatunga, he'll take that. He has bowled exceptionally well. So has Sachin Silva. He hasn't picked up a wicket, but he's been very accurate. And just 17 of his first 3 overs. He'll be looking for another good one here. What John Kills have to do is try and take this game deep as possible. Take it to the final over. Pressure. You never could tell what could happen. A couple of wickets. Panic could set in. But at the moment you'll favour Hayleys to take this game. Coming to Munasinghe. He has to try and bat as long as possible. It's 35 of 29. So it's not impossible in modern day cricket. Required run rate, current run rate, just almost similar. So they have to just keep going, pick up the ones and the twos, find the odd boundary, and they'll be home. It's a vital game for John Kills in particular. They have one more left in this league competition or the group stages on Saturday, but still a win here will take them to that quarter-finals. Will seal that position. Again pushed away on the offside. Just a single. Deft touch. Just using the pace of the bowler. Keeps it down to a single. Good fielding. Very quick. Pick up and return. Just keeping on the pressure. 5 runs off the over so far. Sachin Silva won't mind it if he can bowl another good delivery here. Going for the big one. Leading edge. That's luck. Luck going the batter's way. Senal de Silva. He'll come back for 2. Very lucky 2 runs indeed. 7 runs off the over, so they've got what they were looking for. 16 done, 127 for 4. So Sachin Silva's 4 overs for 24. Just 6 runs per over. He hasn't picked up a wicket, but he's done well. He's bowled well below the required run rate, keeping it at 6. What they need is another couple of good overs. Aruna Meemanage, 2 overs for 16. He's gone at 8, but he'll need to do something better here. Most importantly, try to pick up a wicket. Especially the wicket of Kavindu Munasinghe will be golden. Pinches a single on the onside. That's in there. It's running down to the boundary. Will pull up just inside. Didn't get hold of it. Short delivery. Senal de Silva looking to pull. Just a top edge. Falls safely. They'll pick up 2 though. Can Meemanage try and find a wicket here? 26 of 22. Hayleys are in control. Punched off the back foot. They'll pick up one. Back for the second. So the current run rate to well above. Now the required run rate has dropped to below 7. They need a few dot deliveries here. Haruna Meemanage has to find the block hole. That's much better. That's in there. But it's out of here. It's 6 into the trees over the side screen. Powerfully struck. Stand and deliver. Senal De Silva. It was not a bad delivery. It was not really in the slot. But he just backed himself a full swing of the bat. And that will certainly ease the pressure now. 18 of 20. They have gone ahead. Runs ahead of balls. 11 runs of the over. So it's an expensive one from Meemanage. Again with. Oh, he had to go and fetch that one. It would have been a wide, I feel. And it was a delivery that had no pace on it. Probably a slow one. He had to go fetch it. Just sort of scooped it. Very lucky that didn't go to hand. Gets away with a single. This is going down to the last over, you feel. That's a good delivery. But still a single. 13 off that over. Good one for Hayleys. 17 done, 140 for 4. Punched off the back foot. Another single. That's very well bowled. Pitches and turns. And that's a big one. Well, we lost it for a while. The third delivery of the over from Madhum Basnaik has been deposited. That's a good cricketing shot. Beautifully played. A couple of steps down the tracks. Sweet as it gets. Senal De Silva launches that over the side screen. Looking to finish the game off quickly. 9 of 15. Gives himself some room. Punches it on the offside. This is very good batting by Hayleys. It has been a very good run chase. Because 156 is a good score, I'll tell you. That could be out though. Straight down the fielder's throat. Beautifully bowled. Outfoxed him. Nadun Basnaik gave it a bit of air. Senal De Silva had to sort of reach for it. Played way too early. Didn't get any momentum into the shot. You could see he was beaten in the air. One hand off the bat as well. And holds on to it on the boundary. So another wicket down. Still needing a 9 runs. Nathan Basnayaka gets his man. He's been slightly on the expensive side, but that wicket will certainly help them. 147 for 5 as Senal De Silva goes. Area goal at the catcher. So Shannon Lee has come into bat for Hayleys. Burley looks powerful, but can he just see them home here? That's what they want. They have enough for deliveries. 13 deliveries for 9 runs. They want their captain to get them through. Comes back well after being struck for 6. Dot, wicket, and a dot. His bowled his 4 overs, 2 for 30, 18 done, 147 for 5. That was that last one. Just slowed it up a bit, held it back, and he was way too early into the catch. Good catch, judged it well on the boundary. Will it be John Kales, will it be Hayleys, or will it be a tie? We'll have to wait and see. We once saw a tie here as well in a D division game on this venue a couple of weeks ago. I think it was NTB was involved in that game. Meeman again to his final over. He's been on the expensive side, but this over could be the decisive over, we could call it. If he can well a good over in here without giving any runs away or too many runs away and pick up maybe a wicket or two, it certainly will change the momentum of the game. Dot balls is the order of the day. Dot balls is what Meeman again, the captain, wants. On the mark, big inside edge, runs down towards wicket. Pick up 1. That's good bowling, full and straight. Not giving them any room outside the off stump to free the arms. That's where these players like it on games played on Matin, we will try to remind you. So they could just trust the bounce, swing hard at it when there's width on offer. Nothing much to talk about stats wise for Shannon Lee, but he has a job to do. Smashes that through the offside. He's found the gap. There you go. This is exactly what I was talking about. You cannot afford to give the batter width. The first 2 deliveries from Meeman were perfect. It was on the stumps, angled into the body. But here he gave Shannon Lee the width. Look at that. And he just threw his bat at it and took the outside part of the bat and just flew down to the backward point boundary for 4. That's a vital hit, vital boundary. 1 hit away now. This time the third man will cover it up. But that boundary has certainly eased the pressure. 3 runs are required. Will Kavind Munasinghe trying to finish it off with a 4. There's been a good run chased by Hayleys. 156 is a stiff target, no doubt. Smashes it over the offside, doesn't get hold of it. Again, the outside part of the bat sort of slicing it away. Seven runs off the over so far. It's been expensive today. The skipper Aruna Meeman digs it in. But Lee, captain to captain, Lee gets a single. His ball is 4 overs for 37. He'll be slightly disappointed. Meemanage hasn't picked up a wicket. 19 done, 155 for 5. So 2 runs, 1 run required of 6 deliveries. So Hayleys will go through to the quarterfinals with a win here. Confidence high. The quarterfinals are going to be played on Sunday at Thurston College Grounds and Royal College Grounds. Beg your pardon, St. Joseph's College Grounds. The 4 quarterfinals. Down the ground, Shannon Lee finishes it off in style. That's beautifully struck. He's shown what he could do. Easy as it comes. Udaya Kumara ball in his third over has been hit for 6. So Hayleys group of companies have overcome and beaten John Keels in this game. The final game for them in the group stages, and Hayleys go through to the quarterfinals comfortably. They will be playing at St. Joseph's College Grounds on Sunday. We will let you know who the opposition is. John Keels, they have one more game left to be played on Saturday, and it will be a tough one for them. It's a must-win game for them to just keep their hopes alive in this tournament, to try and find a place in the quarters. They will have a lot to learn today. I thought they batted well. 155 on the board. Probably they could have got another 10 runs. They lost their way, losing wickets. And the bowling, well, not penetrative enough to try and bowl out the opposition. And the Hayleys batters, they did well to keep this run chase under control. Take a look at the scorecards. As the players shake hands, yet another game completed in the MCA E Division tournament. There you see, chasing 156. Varun Ravimal got them off to a good start, 35 of 27. Ryan Fernando was looking good, 26 of 16. Madhurangasoy is at 35 of 33. They all chipped in. Kavind Munisinghe not out, 25 of 20. You could see Lisula Lakshan failed, but Senal De Silva's quick fire 21 as well helped them to get to this target of 156 with 5 balls remaining in the innings. Shannon Lee at the end, 12 not out with 1-6 and 1-4. The bowling, Meemanage expensive. Udaya Kumara as well, he was expensive. Nathan Bastaka, 4 overs, 2 for 30. Decent. Iriya Gullers, 1 over, went for 12. Sachin Silva was very accurate, 4 overs for 24. The pick was Pasant Gunatunga, 4 overs, 3 for 26. The Hayleys batters came out there with a purpose. Ryan Fernando showing his class up front. Plays some beautiful cricketing shots. Not afraid to hit the ball in the air. Was looking very promising, very punishing indeed in his short stay. And the left hand provided him the support as well. This was a good start to the Hayleys run chase. And they found the boundary at ease in the power play overs. Until this happened, he was out at LBW going for a sweep. He thought there was a bit of bat on it. And there was that chip on the onside. Madhurangasoy came in. And these two, they continued the good work. The runs were flowing. It was coming easily for Hayleys. They were finding the boundary at ease. Every batter who came in just continued to chip away and find the boundary. Then they lost a couple of wickets quickly. At that stage, John Kales would have thought they're back in the game. That was Madhuranga Soiza's departure. Then they lost one more fairly quickly, caught in the deep. But they just kept going at it. And Hayleys managed to finish it off with Shannon Lee at the end, hitting a boundary and then a 6 to get them home for victory. So that's it. Hayleys have beaten John Kales here in this game by 5 wickets, chasing 161. They got through. There you see Danushka Chaturanga 43, Durandi Alvis 26, Ashan Piris 25, Ryan Fernando, Madhuranga Soiza picking up 2 wickets apiece, Senaz De Silva 1, chasing down the target, Ravimal 35, Madhuranga Soiza 35, Ryan Fernando 26, Pasan Gunathing and Nadun Basnaika 2 wickets apiece. Hayleys winning by 5 wickets. We will be back on Saturday. There are 2 more games coming to you on Saturday as well in this MCA E Division tournament. We'll be coming to you live from the Royal College Grounds and Thurston College Grounds on Saturday the 13th on Sporty.lk. Till then, it's a goodbye from all of us.